The Premier League roared back to life at Stamford Bridge, and it was a familiar tale. Manchester City, with a clinical 2-0 victory over Chelsea, sent a clear message. The champions are not relinquishing their crown easily. Pep Guardiola's experience prevailed over Enzo Maresca's Chelsea revolution. City asserted their dominance, controlling possession and probing for openings. Chelsea showed promise but couldn't contain City's relentless pressure. This victory was built on tactical discipline and individual brilliance, a powerful reminder of Manchester City's strength and appetite for success. The Premier League is in for another thrilling ride. Erling Haaland picked up right where he left off last season, finding the back of the net with alarming regularity. His goal, a typically predatory finish in the 37th minute, marked his 91st goal in just 100 appearances for Manchester City, a staggering statistic that underscores his importance to this team. Haaland's movement was a constant menace to the Chelsea defense. He drifted into pockets of space, bullied defenders with his physicality, and always seemed to be in the right place at the right time. His goal, while impressive, only tells part of the story. He was a constant thorn in Chelsea's side, and his all-around performance was a joy to behold. It's not just his goal-scoring prowess that makes Haaland so dangerous. His work rate is phenomenal, constantly pressing defenders and creating space for his teammates. He is the complete modern striker, and his presence on the pitch elevates the performance of everyone around him. If this performance is anything to go by, then Haaland is set for another record-breaking season. Premier League defenders, beware. With Rodri absent due to injury, many wondered how Manchester City would cope in midfield. The answer, as it turned out, was with remarkable ease. Young Rico Lewis, thrust into the starting lineup, put in a performance of such maturity and composure that it belied his tender years. Lewis, alongside the ever-reliable Mateo Kovacic, dictated the tempo of the game, breaking up Chelsea attacks and launching City forward with precision passing. He was unlucky not to get on the scoresheet himself. His powerful strike in the second half ruled out for a foul in the build-up. What was most impressive about Lewis's performance was his tactical discipline. He slotted seamlessly into Guardiola's system, following instructions to the letter and showing a maturity beyond his years. This was a performance that demonstrated not only his technical abilities, but also his tactical understanding and temperament. Alongside Lewis, Kovacic was his usual industrious self, covering every blade of grass and providing a shield for the City defense. Together, they ensured that Rodri's absence was barely noticeable, a testament to the strength and depth of this City squad. One of the hallmarks of Pep Guardiola's reign at Manchester City has been his tactical flexibility. Against Chelsea, he once again demonstrated his ability to adapt his system to exploit the opposition's weaknesses. The decision to deploy Bernardo Silva in a more advanced role proved to be a masterstroke. Silva, with his intelligence and movement, caused havoc in the Chelsea defense. He was instrumental in City's opening goal, providing the assist for Haaland with a perfectly weighted pass. Throughout the match, he drifted into dangerous positions, creating overloads and exploiting gaps in the Chelsea backline. Guardiola's decision to field 4 attacking players, with Silva joining Haaland, Grealish, and Alvarez in the final third, paid dividends. Chelsea, struggling to cope with the fluidity of City's movement, were constantly pulled out of position, creating space for City's attackers to exploit. This tactical flexibility, coupled with the individual brilliance of players like Silva, is what makes Manchester City such a formidable opponent. They are a team that can win in a multitude of ways, and that is a testament to the tactical acumen of their manager. Section 5. Maresca's Chelsea debut, a baptism by fire. For Enzo Maresca, taking charge of Chelsea against the reigning champions in his first game was always going to be a baptism of fire. While the result wasn't what he would have hoped for, there were glimpses of promise in Chelsea's performance. Chelsea played with a renewed sense of purpose and energy. They pressed high, created a few half chances but were undone by City's experience. It's early days in Maresca's reign, and it will take time for his ideas to be fully implemented. The challenge now is to build on the positives and iron out the wrinkles. Patience will be key as he molds this young team into one capable of challenging for honors. Section 6. Words from the touchline. In his post-match press conference, Pep Guardiola was full of praise for his team's performance. "It's always difficult to start the season away from home against a strong team like Chelsea," he said. "But the players showed great character and determination. We controlled the game well and deservedly got the 3 points." Enzo Maresca, meanwhile, was understandably disappointed with the result, but remained upbeat about his team's prospects. "We knew it was going to be a tough game," he said. "City are a fantastic team, but I was proud of my players' effort. We showed that we can compete at this level. We just need to be more clinical in front of goal." These post-match comments highlight the contrasting moods in the respective camps. For City, it's business as usual, another victory on their quest for silverware. For Chelsea, it's a journey that is just beginning, a process of rebuilding and rediscovering their identity. Section 7. The road ahead. Manchester City will look to build on their impressive start when they host newly promoted Burnley in their next Premier League fixture. With their squad depth and tactical flexibility, they will be confident of maintaining their winning run. Chelsea, meanwhile, face a tricky trip to West Ham United. It will be another stern test for Maresca's young side as they look to bounce back from their opening day defeat. The pressure will be on to get their first points on the board and build some momentum. The Premier League season is a marathon, not a sprint, and both teams will be aware that there will be plenty of twists and turns along the way. However, this opening weekend has provided a tantalizing glimpse of what we can expect from these two sides in the months to come. Section 8. By the numbers. Manchester City extended their unbeaten run in the Premier League to 25 matches. Erling Haaland became the first player in Premier League history to score in his team's opening game in 4 consecutive seasons. Rico Lewis, at 18 years and 327 days, became the youngest Manchester City player to start a Premier League game under Pep Guardiola. Chelsea became the first team in Premier League history to name a starting 11 with an average age of under 24 in their opening game of the season. Manchester City completed 564 passes, their highest tally in a Premier League away game since December 2021.